Okay, so this should be interesting. This video is going to be about the week-long process it's going to take for me to get this car ready for Porsche Chandler's 75th anniversary little shindig. The car is going to be in the display, so it needs to be detailed, and it needs to look like it was professionally detailed. Like, this thing needs to look like it belongs there with some of the other extraordinary cars that I know are going to be there. So the first step is probably not what you think. The first step is actually going to be cleaning all that up, because this whole thing is a freaking mess. And it's June here in Arizona, which means it's dusty, it's going to be windy, potentially some monsoon storm is popping up at any point. That can happen at any time. So the dirtier that the environment the car sits in is, the dirtier the car is going to be. And so the cleaner we can get all this to be, blow everything out, clean up the garage, that's going to keep the car clean for longer. So today's Sunday. By Friday night, the car should be done. And that means the end period of time between Friday night, when the car's done, and then driving it to the dealer in the morning, the car won't be nasty. I'm still gonna have to do some prep work at the dealer, and I hope to get some footage of that. But Sunday night is day one. Let's go. Okay, well, that was the first step. Next thing to do is tomorrow, get the car out of the garage and move everything up off the walls, blow everything out as best as I can, and then maybe pressure wash the floor. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but at the very least get everything swept out and blown out, and that way we can eliminate as much dust that's in here as possible. From then on, it's just going to be about keeping the garage door closed as often as possible. And I think maybe Wednesday. I think maybe day 3 will be the day where we finally start doing stuff on the car. So, all right. See you then. All right, day 2. So I'm going to finish cleaning up the garage. I'm going to pull the car out, blow everything out. And then just ordered this foam cannon. And I'm going to do a quick contactless wash on the car, just to sort of dial in the settings on the foam cannon, as well as clean up the car a little bit. We've had a mulch fire out here, so all that stuff is just kind of settled, and I don't want it settled on the paint. So I figure it's a good excuse to try out that cannon and get everything dialed in. That way it's ready for the full decontamination wash later this week. So without further ado, let's get started. Got our little foam gun set up here. So I wasn't scientific about measuring anything out. We'll see how it works. But I've got the car pre-soaking just to kind of cool the paint off. And I'm just going to kind of one-take shot, mess around with the settings and see what kind of foam pattern we get. Okay, so just real quick, here's the end results of that contact wash. I really dug that foam cannon. That did a much better job than the one that I was previously using. I could probably get away with just showing up with the car looking like this, but there's definitely still a lot of work to do. Right now, none of this is protected, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to ceramic coat it before, but I will be able to add a few layers of protectant. I'm gonna talk about a couple things you can do to restore the rubber on your car, even if it's dried out, specifically for that rear wing, around the mirrors. Just did a quick touch up on the glass, etc. So we'll go over all that stuff in depth on the full detail day. I'm gonna continue to let the car just kind of drip dry. It's gonna take a little bit. We just kind of real quickly hit the rims. We didn't get them underneath those arches. You can still see, get out of here, fly. You know, this was just a real quick cleansing of the paint. The real deal will be, we'll do that Friday, but I just wanted to test out that foam gun, and so far I'm impressed. I think the car looks pretty good, and this is a good starting point for the full detail process. Okay, I think that's a good spot to end this video off at. The next few things that we got to work on are stuff like the engine bay, the interior, dressing up all the rubber, the glass, wheels. Got to do some touch-up paint, that kind of stuff. I was hoping to have a new gear lever, but I don't think it's going to be delivered until after the event, so I'll probably just leave that for its own video. But definitely a lot more work to do on the car. So thank you guys for watching if you made it to the end of the video. And thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and leaving comments and all that stuff. It's been really awesome to connect with a bunch of people through the community. So that's awesome. I hope that a lot of this stuff is educational in a way. And it's just cool to share it. So see you guys in the next one.